Well, hey, I wanted to thank you for listening to episode 141 of the Winning at Work and Home podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to it. It's going to be a short one today. One of the things that I'm starting to do again more consistently is every single morning spend a little bit more time on growth. And I'm not that I haven't been doing that, but haven't been as consistent as I like. So I have stumbled across, or not stumbled across, I searched it out. I love John Maxwell. John Maxwell, I think, brings so much value and so much inspiration and so much knowledge and wisdom, and just obviously an incredible communicator. So I have been listening to his podcast. He has a podcast on Spotify. And one of the things that stuck out to me so much this morning was him talking about the expansion of our soul comes from being grateful. Let me say that one more time. The expansion of our soul comes from being grateful. And I think that is so incredibly, incredibly powerful. And it's what I wanted to share with you today. Like I said, it's going to be short. I only think probably 10 minutes. So it'll be a perfect little 10-minute of your time on a treadmill or a workout or a walk or a commute or whatever it may be. But he talks about the lack of gratitude shrivels a person up. The lack of gratitude shrivels a person up, makes them small in their actions and makes them small in their thinking. And I think that is so incredibly true. When we're not grateful, when we're ungrateful, or we're petty, right? He talked about pettiness, that he's never seen a truly successful person, a person that influenced individuals in a positive way, a person that is more or less kind of outside of themselves, that is petty, that lets these small little things in life bother them, right? When we're petty, we're really being ungrateful. And if we want our soul to expand, if we want to be a plus in people's life, and we don't want to be a minus, whether that's in our marriage, in our for our kids, the people that we work with, this anybody, we want to be a plus. We're either a plus in someone's life or we're a minus, right? We either give or I think we take away, right? and people want to feel better when they're around us. They want to feel better about themselves. We want to be an elevator, not an anchor. So when we're grateful, that expands our soul. And so you really need to begin to ask a question. Do you every day express gratitude to others? Ask yourself, do you express gratitude to others? And Maxwell talked about that some people say, well, I don't express it, but I feel it. And really what he says in that particular case, that's worthless. It really, really is worthless if it's about the other person, right? You know, John across the room can't feel your gratitude. And I really think this is the case. It's something that I think is so interesting. And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if you have a different opinion. Communicate, comment, send me a note, whatever it may be. But I think so often what we do in our relationships is we say, well, I don't need to express it. I feel it. I'm grateful. But how is that other person on the other end supposed to know that? I don't know, right? And that's what I think is so interesting about it, is individuals need to see our gratitude expressed to them. Okay, they need to see it expressed in words, in actions, right? But I really think words, and that may be because I'm an individual that my love language is words of affirmation, but I think it's important. Sometimes, like I said, it's much harder, much challenging, I think, for individuals sometimes to know that you are grateful for them when you don't express it. I don't think it I don't know, right? It may be through the action, but I think it's through words too. And I think when we begin to express gratitude through tangible actions and words, what you're really saying to that individual is that they're important in your life, that they matter. And that's what people, I think, really want to understand, the people that are closest to us, that we do matter, that we are important. And when we express gratitude when to them in words, in tangible actions, we are letting them know that they are valuable to us, that we do appreciate them. And what happens is, in an odd way, that gets us out of the pettiness. It gets us out of ourselves in a certain sense, and puts the focus on being grateful for somebody else. It's not about us. It's about the person across from us. And if we want our soul to expand, and we want to influence individuals in a loving way, in a caring way, we need to build them up. I think one of the best things that we can do for our soul is to build up others, is to express love, and to express appreciation and gratitude for those that are in our life. And that really goes for anyone. I really think it's incredibly important. We're all unique. We're all different. We all have gifts. We all have talents. And I love what John Maxwell talks about, is the number we put on a person's head determines how we love and we lead them or communicate to them. And if we really are grateful for that individual, their uniqueness, we're going to put a high number on their head. And then they're going to feel that, right? They're going to understand that. They're going to know that. People know when they're not appreciated, I feel, right? I think people know when they're not loved or not being loved. People know when they're being talked down to. So if we really begin to be grateful for every single individual in our life, no matter what the situation may be, it's the opportunity to connect and to love and to care for them. So with this being said, I don't want to go on too long. I want this to be a short little podcast for a short little workout or commute or whatever it may be. But just to recap, the expansion of our soul comes from being grateful. Lack of gratitude shrivels people up. It makes people small in their thinking. Okay, so ask yourself again, do you express gratitude? And remember, don't say, well, I don't express gratitude, I just feel it. Well, that does no good. I want to end with this quote from William Arthur Ward. And it says, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. I'm going to say that one more time, and then I'm going to end here. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So really ask yourself, guys, are you incredibly grateful for the people in your life, your kids, your relationships, your coworkers, whatever it may be? Stop the pettiness. Stop that. Life is hard enough. We don't need to be worrying about petty things, and focus on being grateful and then expressing that gratitude towards the people that we love. Thanks for listening to the podcast. You guys have a great day.